Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Johnny and Channel's good news comes with heavy concern, and Leo receives a crushing letter. Wednesday, May 1, 2024. Today on Days of Our Lives, Leo's and Sloane's plans are derailed. Kayla delivers concerning news to Johnny and Channel. Paulina infuriates EJ, and Chad brings Nicole and Eric together. At home, Sloane curtly hands over all her financial passwords and statements since Eric doesn't trust her. He retorts that it doesn't solve the issue and asks her for the truth. Sloane insists she was just trying to be a good friend to Leo by lending him money. Eric's not appeased. She says Nicole never felt like she was good enough for him. Seems like I'm not either. Maybe no one is. Needing space, she leaves. At The Spectator, Leo tells Chad he's changed his mind about the reporter position. When Chad informs him it's already been filled, Leo asks for a raise instead. Chad says they'll talk about it at his quarterly review. With the love of Leo's life being released from prison, he'd like to provide a better life for him. Chad suggests Dimitri get a job, but Leo doesn't have high hopes for his Luddite beau, who is all beauty and no brains. With Johnny and Paulina at her side in a hospital exam room, Channel tells Kayla she has symptoms of dizziness, nausea, and fatigue. Paulina assumes it's radiation poisoning. Kayla points out her symptoms are very common and could be related to any number of things. As Kayla examines Channel, Johnny tries to comfort Paulina in the lobby. Paulina answers her phone to Chad, looking for a follow-up quote on his story. She tells him to call her assistant and hangs up. She tells Johnny she deserves whatever scathing criticism she gets if Chanel has radiation poisoning. Johnny knows Paulina was doing what she thought was best at the time. Kayla comes out to tell them they're waiting for test results. Johnny goes back to his wife as Kayla comforts a distraught Paulina. Chad calls Eric to discuss a job. Since Sloane is gone, he packs up Jude to take him to his interview. At Dimera, EJ meets with longtime Dimera assistant Rita, who enters sipping coffee. When EJ asks where his coffee is, she tells him there's plenty in the break room. If he asks politely, she just might pour him a cup. Please and thank you go a long way. They engage in fun, snarky banter while going over both his DA and corporate calendars. EJ notes Paulina doesn't know he's pulling double duty and asks Rita, with a please, to pick up case folders at his other office. In his Salem in-room, Leo eats snacks he pilfered from a gift basket at the paper. He saves the rest for Dimitri, who will be out in 3 days, 4 hours, 25 minutes, and 5 seconds. An emotional Sloane comes to his room to make sure he and Dimitri keep quiet about Jude. Leo retorts they don't owe her anything. She desperately appeals to him, telling him how much Jude needs his family. Leo points out Eric is suspicious, and it will blow up in her face any minute. Sloane states Leo doesn't gain anything by telling the truth, so the best thing he can do is leave with Dimitri and start a new life far from Salem. Nicole shows up at The Spectator for her first day. As she and Chad discuss his story on Paulina's radioactive misadventures, he asks how she came across the information. Nicole flashes to EJ pitching her the story, but says it was just something she heard in passing. However, she wants the article to be fair and honest since AB is one of her dearest friends. Chad vows it won't be a hit piece. Rita returns with EJ's coffee. He makes a point to thank her and then grows anxious over the expose on Mayor Price not being published yet. When Rita wonders what's his skin in the game, he calls Paulina's micromanaging insufferable. Rita can relate to micromanaging bosses and suggests he kill her with kindness. One catches more flies with honey. EJ thinks she's onto something and can't wait to extend an olive branch. Stay tuned and subscribe the channel.